Welcome back to For the Kingdom podcast, everybody. And I am here with my post game show for the Indianapolis Colts versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs, they survive the Indianapolis Colts 23-20. As you guys can see, the final score right there. They beat them in overtime. Um, yeah, listen, a win's a win. It wasn't pretty for the Chiefs. I say a big concern I have right now for the Chiefs is that it, I don't know why it took us that long to start making some plays. In the fourth quarter, because man, that was definitely a nail biter there. Because if we would have lost this game, we would have been donezo. Like we would not still be in the playoff race. Because there's no way we can come back from that. But yeah, like I said, the Chiefs end up beating the Colts 23-20. And let's break this down. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts here. So Daniel Jones, we'll talk about the Colts right here first. So Daniel Jones, he went 19 for 31, 181 yards. And so yeah, we had that right there. And he had 2 TDs, 0 interceptions. Now the rushing game, Jonathan Taylor, he's a beast. The Chiefs were, hell bent on stopping the run. They were really focused on, stacking the box, making sure that containing Jonathan Taylor. Which Jonathan Taylor, he had 16 carries, 58 yards. He didn't have any TDs. Daniel Jones, he had 1 carry. He had 16 yards. The little rush. With the total rushing was 74 yards. Now let's go look at their receivers. Ashton Dolan, 1 reception, 48 yards. He was their one that had the most yards. Tyler Warren, he had 5 receptions, 45 yards, no TDs. Michael Pittman Jr., he had 5 receptions as well, 27 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. Alec Pierce, one reception, 26 yards, no touchdowns. Drew Ogletree, he's the other one who had a touchdown. He had 2 receptions, 8 yards, and 1 touchdown for him. With their total team having 2 touchdowns, they only had 2 touchdowns. See, I thought, I don't know, it was like, what quarter was it? When? Was it the second quarter? No. Yeah, it was. I don't remember which quarter it was, but yeah, there was a while where I'm like, man, we are just not looking good right now. Yeah, it was like around the second quarter, like before going into half. We were just looking very ugly, and we had to kick so many field goals as well. So many field goals. And also the team, the Colts, they were giving us a lot of pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, like I said, the big concern I have right now is why did it take us so long to get going? And I just don't understand. But let's go take a look at what the Chiefs were doing. Let's look at the Chiefs stats. So Patrick Mahomes, he went 29 for 46, 352 yards. Their total team yards was 346. Kareem Hunt, he was really playing great. He had a great game here. He had 30 carries, 104 yards. This is his first game breaking over 100 yards this season. So that's really good by Kareem Hunt. They were really relying on Kareem Hunt, really rushing the ball, which usually the Chiefs don't rush the ball like that. But they were really relying on Kareem Hunt. Because listen, Patrick Mahomes, he's still not connecting receivers like that. I don't know what it is with him right now, with all these receivers. Like he can't connect with them. But yeah, Kareem Hunt, he had 1 touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he was our second leading rusher. Second rusher. He had 4 carries, 30 yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had 5 carries, 8 yards. Brashard Smith, 1 carry, 5 yards. Travis Kelce, 1 carry, 1 yard, and our total team rushing was 148 yards. Now let's look at our receiving. Rashee Rice, he was making some plays. He had 8 receptions, 141 yards. That's a really good game for Rashee Rice there. His longest play was his longest play when he made that 47 yard when he went 47 yards. That was really nice. Xavier Worthy, he had 4 receptions, 59 yards. Travis Kelce had 4 receptions, 43 yards. Brashard Smith, he had 3 receptions, 31 yards. Yeah, there we go. That was that right there. I'm pretty sure there was somebody else who. Oh yeah. We were just making so many field goals. I mean, Harrison Butker, he was making field goal after field goal for us. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty game, but not all games are going to be pretty. Now let's go look at the team stats here. So, total plays. Excuse me. Let me get down here. Total plays. Total plays, 91 yards for the Chiefs. I'm sorry, 91 yards. Sorry, total plays, 91 plays for the Chiefs, 50 plays for the Colts. We're definitely having more plays than them. Total yards for the Chiefs was 494 yards, and the Colts they had 255 yards. There's a point where I thought that the Colts were just going to be run away with this game, but it was like around the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, where they were just having to settle for field goals, and they were, they had to punt like a couple times back to back, or there was this one time where they were really close to the, like it was like a fourth down, and it was a fourth and short, but yeah, the Colts didn't make that, so yeah, I gotta say that right there. Passing for the Chiefs, it was 346, and then the Colts they had 181. Let's see. Let's see what our rushing game 148 yards, 74 yards for the Colts. Like I said, we were definitely pounding the ball. We were relying on our rushing this game. Let's go look at the penalties as well, because that's another thing that cost the Colts here was their penalties. If they weren't getting all these penalties, I think they probably would have won this game. But they had 11 penalties, as the Chiefs had 7 penalties on them. Also, the Chiefs had 1 fumble in the game as well. And we were controlling the time of possession. We had 42 minutes and 35 seconds. That was our time of possession. Meanwhile, the Colts they had 25 minutes and 28 seconds. So we were really controlling the clock. We were keeping Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor on the sideline. So I gotta say that right there. But yeah, the Chiefs survived. It was a very very close game, but hey, a win's a win. I'll take it whatever we can get. Um, I just don't understand what it is like why Patrick Mahomes can't connect with his receivers, or like does he not trust them that much? I don't know what it is. I just can't tell. And he's just like sometimes he's overthrowing them, or like I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is thinking too much, or like I say, he just doesn't trust them. But yeah, there's just something there, which I don't really understand. Um, but yeah, let's look at some other stuff here. Excuse me. But yeah, it was a nice win. I'm happy the Chiefs won. Let's look at this touchdown that Kareem Hunt got today. Here. Do. Yeah. Here we go. Let's pull up this touchdown that Kareem Hunt did. Like, I love how he just like jumps over him. Like, look at that right there. Nice touchdown for Kareem Hunt. That was a really nice play for us. All right, and then there's this other play I want to look at. It was for this was for Rashid Rice. Yeah, that was like one of our longest plays that Patrick Mahomes did today. Yeah, 40-yard reception for Rashid Rice. So that was really good. That's what's got us going in the fourth quarter. That's what helped us kick that field goal to take it into overtime. And like we were just controlling the rock there, like during that fourth quarter. Like this was playoff path that we were seeing here, in the fourth quarter, which was really good. But yeah, I mean the Chiefs, like I said, we end up sneaking by. Very very tight game. Let's see. Yeah, this was a must need win game for the Chiefs. We needed to win this game. So let's look at some of the key plays also from the Chiefs as well. Go and pull up the key plays. Um, yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot of some footage like to really talk about because like I don't know, it just wasn't a lot happening in today's game. So like I said, there's just not a whole lot to talk about there. Yeah, it's a very very ugly game to say the least. So like I said, the Chiefs they topped the Colts in overtime. They snapped their two game skid. Like I said, if the Chiefs would have lost, this would have brought us to 5-6, which yeah, there would have been like no chance. We'd be out of the playoff picture. Uh, Daniel Jones hit Andrew Ogletree for a touchdown. That brought the game to like that 14-3 for Kansas City. And in the fourth quarter, the Colts, when that fumble happened, they got a big fumble in the red zone. Yeah, we were running the ball a lot with Kareem Hunt. You know, he's been really consistent for us this whole season. Or these last few games, he's been really consistent. So that's been good for Kareem Hunt. That was a really nice touchdown. And then that Mahomes, threw that big pass to Xavier Worthy to set up that field goal because it was like a third down. It was like a third down and long, and Mahomes he just threw that pass out to Xavier Worthy to set up the field goal, and we got the win. The Chiefs end up winning, like I said, 23-20. Which you can see that play right down here, right down here. So yeah, at the end of the day, um, these games aren't going to be pretty, and like I said, a win's a win. And we just got the Chiefs have to take one game at a time. They're going to need to hope that some teams lose as well because we need teams to lose, and we're just going to have to win out. If the Chiefs end up wanting to make the playoffs, they got to win out. Now let's go take a look around the rest of the NFL, shall we? Let's go look around the rest of the NFL. See other games that happened today. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this bad boy up. So yeah, I'm happy the Chiefs got a win, and let's take a look at other things, other scores. Oh yes, let's see. All right. So currently on Sunday Night Football, we got the Buccaneers and the Rams playing. The Rams are beating the Buccaneers 14-0, and this is almost the end of the first quarter. Excuse me. The Steelers end up dropping the game to the Bears, 31-28. Now the Steelers, they are currently not in the playoff picture right now. I mean, they are in the playoff. They're in the playoff hunt. But Caleb Williams, he went 19 for 35, 239 yards and 3 TDs. Yeah, close game. Right, there's a lot of close games today. The Patriots, they won a close game against the Bengals today, 26-20. Drake May, he went 22 for 35, 294 yards, 1 TD. Another game that we had ended in overtime. We had the Lions defeat the Giants in OT. Jameis Winston. I didn't even know Jameis Winston was playing here. I forgot that he played for the. I didn't even know that. Wow. 18 for 36, 366 yards, 2 TDs. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 219 yards, 2 TDs. Wan'Dale Robinson, 9 receptions, 156 yards, 1 TD. Now the Vikings, they end up losing to the Packers 23-6. Jordan Love, 14 for 21, 139 yards. Yeah. And we'll move on. And then we got the Seahawks and the Titans. The Seahawks, they end up beating the Titans 30-24. We already talked about the Colts and the Chiefs. The Ravens, they beat the Jets 23-10. There was a point where the Jets were beating them for a while. It was like 7-3. I'm like, man, what is going on with the Ravens? But hey, the Ravens were coming. The Ravens were going to win today. Derrick Henry, he had 21 carries, 64 yards, 2 TDs. Brees Hall, 4 receptions, 75 yards. The Browns end up beating the Raiders 24-10. Geno Smith, 30 for 44, 285 yards, 1 TD. Genti had 17 carries, 50 yards. The Jaguars end up overcoming the Cardinals 27-24. I was hoping that the Cardinals would win that because that could have helped out my Chiefs a little bit. But Brissett, he went 33 for 49, 317 yards, 1 TD. Travis Etienne, 15 carries, 86 yards. The Cowboys, they beat the Eagles, and that was quite a game to watch. Dak Prescott, 23 for 36, 354 yards, 2 TDs. Williams, he had 20 carries, 87 yards. Pickens, he had nine receptions, 146 yards, 1 TD. And then we had the Falcons, they beat the Saints 24-10. And then on Thursday Night Football, of course, the Texans, they surprisingly beat the Bills, which was crazy to see. And then tomorrow night's game, we got the Panthers and the 49ers, which I got the 49ers winning that game. The 49ers are going to win. But yeah, that's all the games around the league. And let's go look at the standings. Let's look at the playoff picture. Let's see. AFC playoff picture. Actually, these show percentages. So the Denver Broncos, they have a 97% to make the playoffs. New England Patriots, 97%. Indianapolis Colts are sitting at 93%. The Buffalo Bills are at 81% to make the playoffs. The Jaguars are at 65%. The Ravens are at 63. Colts are at 61. And the Chargers, they're at 61. And the Chiefs are at 53%. So, which I think, they still have a chance, but they, like I said, they need to win out. They need some teams to lose because currently this is so they're number 1 seed, they're number 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Where's the other? Oh yeah, and then the Ravens are up there. So there's the 4 teams. There's the 4 divisional leaders. And then you got the wild card teams, which is the Buffalo Bills, the Colts. I'm sorry, not the Colts, the Jaguars and the Chargers. Which, there's some teams that I think that are kind of frauds right now. Like the Chargers, they're an interesting team. I don't know if they're actually for real, or like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think that they're for real. Which if we're going to need a split with the Chargers here coming up. We're going to have to split with them. And we're going to need Jacksonville to lose some games as well. But the Chiefs, they still have a chance of making it. They have a chance. Now to win the division, let's see what percentage you have to win the division. 9%. That's not happening. And then what's the 1%? Earn a bye? Yeah, they're not earning the bye. And making the Super Bowl, it says 12% chance of making the Super Bowl. Hey, but anything can happen in the NFL. Anything can happen in the good old NFL. Yeah, let's go look at the conference. So like I said right here. So yeah, number one is the Patriots right now. They're sitting at 10-2. But the Broncos, they're on a bye week this week. And the Broncos are sitting at 9-2. The Colts, they are the third, which could be interesting with the Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars, because that can come down to the division as well, because they play each other in a few weeks. So, and there's only one game that separates them. So anything can happen in the AFC South, because who knows what the Jacksonville Jaguars end up winning that division. Like, that'd be something. But yeah, the Colts and you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. To be honest, I would love this. I know I'd rather see the Colts beat the Jaguars. And then we got the Chargers, the Jaguars, and the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they are sitting right there in the playoff. That's your playoff team. And the Chiefs, they are in 10th right now. Which we got some games coming up. We got a game coming up against the Texans. And there's some teams that beat us here, like the Buffalo Bills. They beat us. They have a tiebreaker over us. Jacksonville Jaguars, they have a tiebreaker over us. So, yeah, we definitely have some. The Chiefs have some work to do. Like I said, the Chiefs need to take it game by game. Hold on. Let me look at the Chiefs again. Not NBA. Let's go take a look at the Chiefs' upcoming schedule before we hop off of here. Okay, so Thursday night we have a game, or not Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, Thanksgiving. Oh man, we're gonna be eating good. We got the Chiefs at the Cowboys. That's a must-need win game. I mean, all these games we're gonna have to win out. Like I said, if we want to make the playoffs. And then this will help us, with standing wise if we beat the Texans. Which Texans they're an interesting team as well. We played them on Sunday night in a few weeks, a couple weeks here. So that's gonna be a huge game. Chargers, that's another game. That's a divisional game, so must need win right there. But we could definitely slip up. Like if the Chargers lose some games, like we can move ahead in the conference. So that'd be really good for us. Titans, that's basically on that one for us. And then we have to beat the Broncos on Christmas Day. We got to beat them on Christmas night. And then the Raiders, we should beat the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are the Raiders. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 games left. They have to win all 6 of these games if they want to do anything. Like if they lose one of these, then I say it's over for them. But once again, the Chiefs end up throwing off the Indianapolis Colts 23-20 in overtime. They survive. And some things I got coming up on my channel, we'll be doing a preview later on this week for WWE Survivor Series War Games, as well as I'm going to be doing a preview for the Chiefs and the Cowboys for Thanksgiving Thursday afternoon. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a fun game to watch on Thursday. And we just saw the Cowboys. They beat the Eagles, which a wild game. Like who would think that the Cowboys would beat the Eagles here? But like I said, that was my post game show. Go down in the comments. Let me know, like, if your teams are doing good right now, and what do you think the Chiefs are going to do? You think the Chiefs want to make the playoffs? I have faith in Patrick Mahomes. He just needs to get it together with these wide receivers because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he doesn't trust them, but there's just something there. There's just some disconnect. But hey, I like that we've been running the ball more. I can't wait till we get we need to get Pacheco healthy. Like if we have Pacheco healthy and like we have Kareem Hunt run the ball good, we get we have more carries with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Hey, our running game could be okay, and our running game can like open up our passing game as well. So yeah, the Chiefs got to take it one game at a time, and whatever happens happens. But yeah, I'll be here next week to do my post game show for the Chiefs and the Cowboys. So stay tuned for that next week. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.